Welcome to Ask Moms podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ask Moms podcast, the show where we try our best to be your cheerleaders, kids, moms, dads, everyone really. And as we always remind you, we are not professionals, but we can share our seasoned experience, researched information, and most importantly, remind you that
You're awesome.
And if you feel you need professional support, please reach out to a qualified medical expert.
Okay, so today's episode feels like one we lived.
Because we did.
Maybe sometimes we're still living, but
Yeah.
and not just one we're talking about. Like
Yeah.
this is one we've actually lived, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's for every parent or caregiver who's ever laying awake at night, replaying the day.
Yeah, wondering if she got it right.
Yep. Or questioning if they said the right thing, if they said the wrong thing. Did they do enough? Were they enough? Did you get it right? Or did you fall short? If that's you, you're not alone. And it means that you care more deeply than you know.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I think it's safe to say, too, that, we've both been there many times.
I think we're still there, too, like you said.
Yeah. I keep telling my son that even when he's 80, I'll still care. So I think it's safe to say we've both been there.
Yes.
Many times.
And still are. Today, we're doing something a little bit different. We're looking back.
Right. If we could just sit down with our younger mom selves, the ones just starting out, overwhelmed, exhausted, trying so hard. And I have an added point to that. Older moms. I was an older mom, 40-ish.
Yeah, older moms, totally.
Yeah. So not to diminish the younger stress, but when you're older and you really don't know what you're doing, it's quite stressful. So I was reflecting on that too.
It's all relative. No, that's a really good point, Kim.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what advice would we give our younger selves? What would we say to help you who are in this chapter of your book of life?
And maybe just as importantly, and just as important, what do moms need to hear right now?
Exactly.
Right now.
So bottom line, you're doing better than you think. Just to remind you that you don't have to carry it all alone. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh.
Because I don't think I believed that back then.
No.
Not even close.
No. And everyone is their own worst critic.
Completely.
The way you show up, the way you care, and the way you keep going already says so much more than your doubts ever will.
That's right. So I would replay conversations and second-guess decisions. Does that kind of tie into what you just said?
Spot on.
Yeah. So great thoughts, Kim. And things that I would do is I would replay conversations, second-guess decisions, worry about things that probably didn't even register with my kid. Like, nobody's thinking about that but me.
If I could go back, I'd tell myself, your kids don't see the mistakes the way that you see your mistakes.
Exactly. They just see you. Just see you.
I know. Showing up, loving them, and being there for them. That's what they see, and that's what they'll carry with them long after the small moments and mistakes have faded away.
Yep. That's what sticks. Not the perfectly packed lunches or the perfectly handled moments, perfectly dressed, whatever. But, no, I agree. Showing up, loving them. Yeah. Just being there, yep.
It's that presence. It always was, and it always will be. It's not the perfection, not getting everything right. Just being there fully and consistently. That's what matters the most.
Agreed. Another big one for me would be stop comparing. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Easier said than done, though, right? Because it's a natural human instinct when we see somebody else.
Well, and especially if you don't know what you're doing.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So you do something a certain way and you're kind of comparing to how somebody else did it. Like, who cares?
Exactly.
Right.
And you're wondering, did I do this? Was my way wrong? Are they doing it the right way? So you're comparing not because you're jealous or envious, because you want to make sure you're doing the right thing.
Exactly. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So unless it's something like CPR or something,
Yes.
what does it matter?
And that one does hit. It's difficult not to, right? When you do see other people too, just looking like they've got it all together.
Other moms, other kids' milestones, how everyone else seemed to be doing it better, right?
Right. The truth is,
No.
we were comparing those behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel, right?
I love that comment, Kim.
And it's so true because we only saw what they wanted the world to see. And it's amazing seeing some parents looking so put together when I had dried who knows what stuck on my shirt from little faces using me instead of a washcloth, the odd curler I didn't notice at the back of my head, true story, and nobody told me either.
I think I've done that too.
How about this? If we see another parent, another mom with something like that,
Tell them.
yes,
Yes.
just do that. Let's do the,
Yeah. Let's be super supportive.
yes,
That is what we are about.
Yeah.
Remember.
support each other, girl power.
Yeah. So again, great
Yeah.
comment, Kim.
Yep.
And you know what? Social media is brutal. You're seeing all the highlights of everything that's done right, all the accomplishments.
Yeah.
So you're thinking, why am I not there? Why am
The
Stop
world-
that,
the
please.
world of make-believe and editing.
Yes.
How many takes did they do to get those just right before they posted them?
Yeah. Or even if it's a simple thing, they're showing the good, which is okay. But please don't compare yourself to that. Because there's a lot
Exactly.
of other stuff happening in their life that
That's right.
they would not post.
That's right.
So, yeah, social media could be brutal for that. Anyway,
And it steals your confidence, too.
it really does.
Don't compare.
It really does. Because you start questioning instincts that are actually right for your family.
That's right.
Like, you have instincts, go with your gut.
Yes. If I could go back, I'd say stop looking sideways. Your family isn't meant to look like somebody else's, like you just said. You're writing your own chapter. Be you.
Yeah. And your child isn't meant to look like anyone else's either.
No, we're all individuals. You do you. They're on their own path, and you're the right parent for that path, even if you don't feel you're up to it all the time.
Right.
It's okay to struggle. That's another thing. I'd want my younger self to know this. It's okay to struggle, part of the journey. We're not given instruction manuals for life. We learn as we go.
Yes, because I think we felt like struggling meant we were failing.
Yeah.
And I know that, honestly,
Yeah.
I know that I felt like I did at certain times.
Everybody does.
Right?
If you're struggling, you're not succeeding, but you will succeed eventually.
And especially us with the added pressure of adoption. Because you're entrusted, you're chosen to do the best for that person. The added pressure of, it's your baby and you made that baby.
Yeah.
But the added pressure of being chosen to bring up that baby is, it's quite a bit.
Thank you for sharing that.
So it is sometimes a struggle.
Yeah.
Am I doing this right?
Yeah.
And,
Oh, more pressure.
yeah.
That's pretty heavy. Thank you. And like you were saying, the struggling meant we were failing. Like if it's hard, you must be doing it wrong. Hard? No.
No. Parenting is hard. Yeah.
Some days are way harder. Full stop. As we know, reality check. Those days, just getting through the day is enough.
Oh, and stages.
Oh,
Some of the stages are harder than others, too. Yeah. So it's probably a combination of how comfortable you are as a parent. And, the child's going to go through stages.
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
And I think if you already kind of know what to expect, my book that was like my go-to, what to expect when you're expecting, and then they had the next one was when they're a toddler.
Oh, really?
Oh, I looked at that all the time. It's like, oh, okay, this is
Okay.
normal.
So what to expect when you're expecting
That was great.
that series.
Yes.
It's a series. I didn't realize it was a series.
It was brilliant.
Yeah, I had that book, too. I think I still have it somewhere.
Just because you don't love every moment, it doesn't mean you don't love your kids,
100%.
right? Wise.
And that's such an important distinction, right?
You can love your children with your whole heart and still not love every moment of parenting. That's natural, like cleaning up barf.
Really? That was my favorite part,
Right, yeah.
At least I knew what I was doing then.
Yeah. So the hard days, the frustration, the exhaustion, they don't take away from your love. They simply prove that you're a human.
Yeah.
Love is the constant. The rest is just part of that journey.
So I like what you said there. You don't love every moment doesn't mean you don't love your kids.
Of course not.
Yeah, that's an important distinction, I think.
Yeah.
You're human parents.
Yeah. And if you're saying, no, I love every single moment, including like cleaning up barf and stuff, nah.
Yeah. Or good for you.
Or good for you, yeah.
Come on our podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell us
Share
what you're
with
doing.
us. Yeah.
You
How does this happen?
Let's think about that for a minute.
Okay.
If I'm talking to my younger self,
Yes.
I think at this point I'd tell her some days just getting through is enough.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Like you don't have to score points. Just get through the day.
No, yeah. That's more than enough some days. It's what we do. And if you can recognize that you did this, pat yourself on the back if you have the energy.
Oh, big time.
Or a little healing cry in the shower is good too. Yay you for getting through that day.
And asking for help That's strength, not weakness.
100%.
And that goes for so many things in life. Like,
Yes.
if you're not sure, ask for help.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to your kids.
Yes.
So can we talk about all the things we thought mattered that really didn't? The clean house.
Why did we waste so much time trying to do that? Perfectly organized schedules. What's that?
Doing everything right all the time.
Who does everything right all the time?
So what do we even mean by that? Doing everything right
Being
all the time.
perfect, like being that one that we see
With the stroller and all the
matching.
compartments and everything
Yes.
matches.
And their
the
hair
child-
look great.
Yeah, and their nails are done.
Yeah, outfits look
and-
great. They
yeah.
got that. They're all in shape and everything. Wearing,
And they didn't forget, water bottles
right.
or
Yeah.
diapers or
Yeah.
whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
So, we're works in progress.
I don't even remember any of that.
Do our best. That's enough. Now, looking back.
I remember things like moments, when he first took his steps and, those type of moments.
100%.
Laughter. Oh my gosh, he made me laugh so much.
Yes.
Just trying things
Yeah.
or his little personality coming through.
Yeah.
They're the things we should focus on.
And the day that he took his first steps, do you remember how clean your house was or if the laundry was all done?
No,
No, exactly.
no,
Doesn't matter.
no. I do remember one thing about that, though. It's worrying, but not overly, I don't think, anyway.
Yeah.
I think he took his first steps when I was at work and my husband was home. But when I came in, they were waiting for me. So as soon as I opened the door, he kind of had him, but then let him go. And he was walking, and I was freaking out. But also, I know in the back of my mind, he was walking on ceramic tile. So I kept thinking, oh,
Please don't fall.
Please don't fall. I
Why
know.
is the floor not covered in a quilt?
So is that just me?
No, oh my gosh, no. I covered the fireplace, the bottom part of the fireplace with a big quilt.
We did
the
too.
Corners
We
the
built
tables.
we built like a cushiony thing to
Yeah.
put on. Okay.
Oh, yeah, table
So it's not
corners
just
are-
instead of enjoying the moment, which I kind of did enjoy the moment,
Well,
but I
of
was all
course.
kind of worried about him, like
Yeah, because your mom.
bonking his head on
That's
the
what
ceramics.
we do.
Yeah.
But see, was your house clean? Was the laundry all caught up?
Who knows?
Dishes done?
Who
Doesn't
knows?
matter.
Don't even care.
Nope, doesn't matter. The kids don't remember that either.
Exactly. So I would tell my younger self, you're spending too much energy worrying about things that won't even exist in your memories later.
That's right.
So the thing about worrying about the tile, okay. But
That's proactive.
I just remember that for a minute, but the most is I remember them sitting there waiting for me.
Exactly.
Like it was a big production.
Their little
it was
faces,
so sweet. And
yeah.
and he was so proud.
Yeah.
It was so cute.
Kind of like the Christmas presents and Christmas trees,
yeah,
right?
that same feeling.
Yeah. But they don't remember the gifts they got.
No.
You probably don't even remember the
You
gifts
feel
you gave
that
them.
feeling when you ran downstairs and
Yeah.
saw everything. Good way of thinking of it,
The
Kim.
moments.
So that's what I would tell my younger self. Stop worrying so much.
So that is such a powerful realization. I don't remember how tidy my house was. Not that it doesn't matter to keep things clean and cared for, but I do remember those moments, like you just said. The laughter, the connection. So yes, take care of your space, but try not to let it steal your peace. Enjoy those moments. Be there. Be there in the moment.
Yeah, that's awesome. Great point, Kim.
Thank you.
Yeah, stop worrying about, untidy or whatever. But you're right. It's, make sure it's safe.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
you don't want things
No.
on the floor they pick up, put on the ground.
No.
Like you still have to consider those things.
Yeah.
So that to me is not overthinking. But whether your laundry's done or, whatever.
Yeah.
That's kind of
Exactly.
what we're thinking about.
Exactly. It's got to be safe,
Yes.
but yeah.
Safe.
Doesn't have to be pristine.
No.
When all is said and done, what truly matters?
Okay. So I would say, if you're asking me, connection, time, being present. So when you're with them,
Yeah.
don't be thinking about all of 50 other things you have to do. Enjoy the moment. Be in the moment.
Don't be on your phone.
I know.
Ah,
I think I was guilty of that. Like, not all the time, but a lot of times.
Yeah.
With work,
yeah.
because I was a working mom, right? So thinking about my next meeting or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think I was guilty of that sometimes. But I do remember when I was in the moment, it makes me smile because that's when you get things.
Yeah.
You catch that little glint in their eye.
Yeah.
Or they're just looking at you with just pure love.
And they keep looking at you to see if you're looking at them doing things.
Yes.
So if you're looking down at your phone,
And not paying attention.
So this is something in retrospect.
Yes.
We're trying to help you guys.
Yes.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
We didn't even have cell phones back when mine was little. Like we had one, but it was like a family one that, it was like about a foot long.
The big heavy battery pack ones.
Yeah. A huge antenna. And listening, really listening to these little ones. Think how good you feel when someone is actually listening to you and not on their phone. Here's the phone again.
Yeah.
At the same time, they're giving you their undivided attention. Doesn't that feel good?
Yeah. And also letting go a little bit of the control, right?
yeah.
You don't have to control everything they do and say.
Yeah.
And leaning into the relationship. So you're listening to them and you're, responding to them so they know you're listening.
Yeah.
You're forming a little relationship.
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
Aw. Because really, at the end of the day, they're not going to remember what you packed in their lunch.
No, but they'll remember how you made them feel.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Always. When your children are growing, like we just said, they're not going to remember how spotless the house was, every toy they had. They probably will maybe remember one. They'll remember the way you listened, the time you gave them, and how you were there when they needed you most.
Yeah. That's the important stuff. So if you're listening right now and you're in it.
Yeah. You're probably tired, unsure, doing your best, but wondering if it's enough.
So Kim and I would sit beside you and say this.
Yeah. And we'd give you coffee and tea.
Yeah.
That you
and cookies on a good day.
Absolutely, yes. And chocolate always.
Oh.
It doesn't matter what kind of
Given.
day. Yeah. That you are enough.
Your love is enough.
And one day you'll look back and realize
you were doing better than you ever gave yourself credit for.
That's right. And if you do have those days where you're looking back and you're cringing at things you did, that just means that you're learning.
Yes. I love that.
So if I could just say one thing to my younger self, it would be this: trust yourself more. You already have more wisdom, love, and strength than you realize.
And mine would be slow down.
Ooh, good one.
In reflection of myself. Just slow down. You're going to miss this.
It really does go by in a flash.
It goes fast. So
and I remember,
stay in the moment.
And don't you remember people saying that? Enjoy these moments.
Yes.
Because they're not going to last forever. They're going to be gone.
Yeah.
Like bending over, holding their arms when they're learning to walk, and your back is breaking.
Yeah.
It felt like, oh my gosh, my back is never going to be.
And if you catch yourself, you're busy. You're not staying in the moment, and you're doing this and you're doing that all at the same time.
Yeah.
Just stop yourself.
Yes.
Breathe.
Yeah.
And just look at them.
Because you're going to miss that. Thanks for being here with us. We hope you're leaving today's episode with a gentle reminder. You're amazing. You're showing up. And the love you give is the most important thing your family will ever need. Keep being awesome.
Yeah. And we see you.
Mm-hmm. And we're so cheering you on with pom-poms and whistles. And hey.
As we always do.
Absolutely. We're cheerleaders.
Yeah.
And hey, lift up other parents whenever you can. We're all on this journey together. Some days feel rocky, and a simple smile or a quiet nod of encouragement can mean more than you know.
I love that.
I know.
I love that.
Let's do it.
Okay. So thank you, listeners, for tuning in. Please connect with us at askmomstoday@gmail.com. You can find Ask Moms podcast on YouTube, but also on Hunters Bay Radio 88.7 on the dial, or www.muskokaradio.com. As always, we hope we've helped you feel empowered, heard, and supported. And please remember, moms, dads, kids, we know you do your best, right, Kim?
Yeah.
And you're not alone. So until next time, please take care of yourself and others when you can. You've got this.